Hey guys, Randy here, coming at you with a new product review. This is for the Meco XPE-Q5 600 lumen LED zoomable, yeah, zoomable, it is zoomable flashlight. And get over here in camera for you here so you can see it outside of my big old hairy arms. This one is in gold. It does come in three colors, black, silver, and gold. This one is $2.45 as of today. This is, what is it, September the 24th, I believe? 21st, September 21st, 2017. So normally the retail price is about a little over $5, like $5.80, and currently it's on sale for $2.45. And I have a whole bunch of other things laid out here to give you kind of a size comparison, because I know a lot of you guys do a lot of everyday carry things like Leathermans, fidget spinners, and flashlights. So I'm just going to let you see what kind of size you have in comparison to the other ones so that you'll know whether it'll fit in your pocket or not. And so I want to show you here, this is the Meco five-way light that I reviewed the other day, the LED flashlight. This one runs off three AAA batteries, and it has 5 settings. It has a high, medium, and low light. It has a SOS flashing signal, and it has a strobe light a flashing mode. That's what I'm looking for, mode. So, and this one also is zoomable. So I did a review of this one the other day. This one is a little bit tough to slide back and forth to zoom in and out, but as I said, this is just for comparison to this one right now. So if you want to see the full review of the other one, you can go back a couple of videos and you'll find it. And let me get these on camera here so I can compare them a little bit better. So you can see this one is, I got it zoomed in pretty good, so it's kind of tricky to get it in frame. This one's about 2 inches shorter than this one. And just kind of give you a size comparison, this is my full-sized Leatherman multi-tool. So you can see this one is, let me get my big old thumb out of the way, about the same size. This is slightly smaller. And compared to a regular sized torque bar fidget spinner, you can see that this one is slightly longer. So it's about 3/4 of an inch to an inch longer than your average size torque bar. So there you go. So you'll be able to get a better idea if it will fit in your pocket or not, along with your other things. So let me make sure I get this on camera properly. And I want to make sure I can get the logo right side up, because if you got this thing the wrong way, which I had earlier, I tend to want to point the flashlight out, not at me. So they put the logo in such a way that you have to have the flashlight pointing towards you. But anyway, this one has a little shirt clip on it, pocket clip. This one does run off of one AA battery, which is not included. It will zoom in and out. And let's see, it has an orange button on the back here. I don't believe this one is glow in the dark, but it might be. I haven't tested to find out for certain. And let me take it apart for you here. The bezel does unscrew over the lens cap so that you can take it apart and clean the lens if you want to. The lens actually came out with it. See if that pushes off, or is that glued on there? I think it's glued on there, so that's a good idea, gluing it in there, or at least it's so tight in there that it's not easily coming out. That way you won't lose it very easily, so you can always get back in there and clean off both sides easily. Let me see if I can get it up here in there so you can see the inside part. This one has a silver disc in there around the LED, as opposed to the black one. The black one had like a copper disc in there, so maybe it was for heat dissipation. But anyway, I don't think they really got to get that hot. I did put my hand over the light on the big one to see if there was any kind of heat. I didn't feel anything, so I don't know why they would put a copper base under the LED. And let's see, if we put that back together. See, this bigger one here actually unscrews in 2 places. You can unscrew the bottom half and the top half, so you can get to the batteries either way. This one, I think, feels like it only unscrews from the bottom. So let me show you the little zoom feature, so you can zoom in and out like a little zoomable telescope almost. Anyway, let me unscrew this. The only thing when I was putting the battery in here I noticed was kind of a little bit of a drawback is the pocket clip. You have to hang on to that thing because, see, it will fall off. So be wary that you'll have to remember to catch that little clip before it gets away from you. And there is the, oops, there it is. There's my AA battery I got in there. And let me show you the insides here. It's, I mean, really exciting, I can tell you. I can feel your pulse quicken as I'm showing you the inside of this aluminum bodied LED flashlight. It is pretty cool. I think it's got a pretty good light to it. And let me get this back to the unlike the other one here, the black one over here, this one has only the on-off feature. It doesn't have any special effects like SOS flashing or strobe or multiple light settings. It just on and off. It is listed as 600 lumens, 7 watts, and I don't know, maybe you can tell me, is 600 lumens for a flashlight, LED flashlight of this size, is 600 lumens good? And is it bright enough for tinkering around and shining on small stuff? If I can show you the little bit of the how bright it looks like in here. I do have my window blinds open to get some light, so it's not exactly the darkest in here, so you can see. But I think that's, from my experience, that seems like it's pretty good for working on small stuff at your desk. It definitely will help me around the house. And one thing I noticed is I'm turned 50, 49, 50. I'm 50 now, but around 48, 49, I started noticing my eyesight getting kind of fuzzy when it comes to reading the labels on the side of pill bottles. So it's much easier to read with more light. So I definitely think this would help me out around the house a bit. Let's see. I wonder if I put it in, if I spun this with it zoomed in as good as possible, if it would actually do the strobe effect. I mean, the warping effect on a spinner. Oh, let me try it again. Is that? I don't think it's got a big enough footprint. Or is it? Almost. It's almost there. Let me zoom it back out and see what happens. I'm seeing this kind of what I consider the strobe effect. I'm not seeing the warping effect really. Let's see if I slow the spinner down a little bit to see if it does any good. Maybe it's just not intense enough. I'm slowly zooming it in. Although I do like the look of it now, I just don't see that warping effect happening. So let me turn that one off, and let's see what happens with the bigger one. I believe it was Dewey Does It said that he uses an LED flashlight to get the warping effect on his spinners, and I hadn't tried that before. Let's see if I can. Well, I guess it would help if I actually put the batteries in it. So let me unscrew this right quick. I got the batteries laying over here because I actually thought at first that the small flashlight took these AAA batteries, but it takes one AA battery instead. I thought at first that this had solved my problem of having to buy a 4-pack of batteries and only using 3 of them at a time, that I could put 3 in here and 1 in the other, and that would use up the whole pack. But the smaller one just takes a single AA battery instead of AAA battery. So I'm back to my old problem again. So there we go. We got much more intense. This is a 2000, I believe this was 2000 lumens. See if it says on the side here. I've actually forgotten. It may be 1000 or 2000. I'm not certain which anymore. All I really care about, does it work? Does it do the job? And we almost have warpage. There we go. And try zooming it in. There we go. Warpage. We have warpage. Try zooming in, zooming the light in more and making it more intense. I can get everything lined up properly. I think my camera's trying to adjust for the intensity of the light bouncing off of the spinner, so it looks kind of blurry on the camcorder. And occasionally I'll get the light to flash me. Oh, right there, flash me right in the eyes. So I think that's what I'm trying for right there, is that effect. I got this thing zoomed out about halfway on the LED flashlight. So that may be as good as it gets. Because my arms are getting tired. I can't hold this up much longer. But since that was so bright, let me try it with the black and silver spinner to see if I get the same effect. Whoops. See if I can get this going here. Get it in camera. And just slow it down a little bit to get it at the right RPMs. Looks like I have no joy. Come on now, get the light just right. That looks about right. That's almost warping, almost. Maybe between the lights coming, the light coming in from the windows and this thing and my overhead light, that everything is just a little bit overloading my camera. Anyway, just want to show you this little Meco flashlight. It's pretty cool. I think it's going to be kind of handy around the house and maybe even in the car. So if you like one of these, go check it out. I'll be putting the link down below for the BangGood website. And if you're watching this on Facebook, it'll be up above in the Facebook post. And I hope you like this. If you have experience using these little 600 lumen LED flashlights, let me know. Leave a comment below. Let me know how you feel about them. If 600 lumens is enough for your everyday jobs or specialty jobs. And I will talk to you later.